Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is February 19th, 2018. Very rainy day today. Overcast for most part of the day. It's raining out right now. It was in the 40s today, so not a horrible day. We don't even have a fire going at the moment because of the fact that it's actually pretty mild. So, and then there's Miss Socks, has to have our attention. So anyway, what was I going to say here? I'm losing my train of thought for a moment because of the cat. So anyway, not a bad day today. It's supposed to have rain again tomorrow. It's supposed to be like a record high of like 63 or something like that for tomorrow. And it's still February. So like I said, like today, even though it was raining, I'll take it because it's not snow. So, we ended up bringing in 1.4 kilowatt hours today, even with it overcast and raining out. So not bad at all. So that was definitely Soxy, please. Excuse me. I'm trying to make a video. Yes, hi Maxie. So anyway, I wanted to talk today, talking about the solar and stuff like that, talking about why you should want to be off grid as much as you possibly can be. I mean, some people cannot be 100% off grid. I totally get that, but you should obtain or aspire to be at least partially off grid. So we're going to talk about partially off grid first, and then if you can be fully off grid, that's we'll talk about that as well. So as you know, we are completely off grid here at the homestead. We are not hooked up to the power system at all. We heat with wood. I have a solar system, and I also have a backup generator. And people will ask me once I make this video, why don't you have a wind turbine? So let's talk about a wind turbine real quick. The reason I don't have a wind turbine is because I would have to be above the tree line to really get a good amount of steady wind, enough to produce decent power. And a tower itself would have to be over probably 120 feet up in the air for us. So that is the reason why I have not gone with a wind turbine at this point. I definitely am going to go with a wind turbine down the road. I may go with a smaller tower and try to catch what wind we can. It does funnel through here when it gets really blowing. So if we can get up a little bit, that'll probably help. But anyway, so that's why we haven't done that up to this point. I'm really focusing on doing the solar. So anyway, so why should you want to be off grid to some degree anyway? And here's what even if you have a home and you really don't want to give up all the luxuries that you have as far as power and be able to do whatever you want, whenever you want. The way that my suggestion would be to somebody would be to start out small. Get a couple batteries, get a couple of panels or whatnot, and get an inverter, charge controller. And here's the thing: is what I would suggest to anybody that's going to do it, or just something else. Anybody that's going to do it, don't go cheap. Don't do Harbor Freight panels, to be honest with you. I wouldn't really go with those. I wouldn't recommend those. They're okay if you're trying to do something really super small, but why not go ahead and spend a little extra money and get a really decent monocrystalline solar panel? That would be my suggestion. Okay, it's just a better solar panel. And but start out small, get a couple of panels, get a couple of batteries, and then basically, wire up like basically one plug to start out with, if you have one plug, okay? Start out with that one plug, and here's a good reason why you would want to do it. If there's a power outage, okay, you can have, here goes Buddy, he goes up on top all the time. If you have that one plug, if there's a power outage, you're still going to have power because of your batteries, okay? Now, you can expand your system as you want and as you can afford to do it, and then this way you take that one plug to maybe a second plug, more batteries, maybe more solar panels, and eventually maybe have one room where it's completely off grid so that you're all wired up for that one room and you're not connected to the grid at all. Now, that's a very doable thing, and in this way, if there is a power outage, at least you have a room where you could plug in lights. You could run the TV with a VCR, something like that, charge up your electronics like your computer, your laptop, or your cell phones and stuff like that. I mean, that's the reason. That's what I would suggest to anybody that, like, if you live in the city or even in suburbia and you really don't want to go completely off grid, but you want to play around with it and experiment. The best thing too, it's like experimenting and learning what works and what doesn't work. Okay, if you can do it and you can go completely off grid, I would suggest doing that. I would not do it through a company that's going to grid tie you. I would not suggest that. A lot of people say, well, then they buy back the power, but they still own you. They don't want you to have batteries. The power company is still going to own you. You know, so it's to me, to be independent and have your own stuff and have your own battery backup and those type of things, that's the way to go. I will never be grid tied. I'll be honest with you. I have no desire to be in any way, shape, or form. So that's what we did. We are, like I said, right now we're running on the solar, okay? And I'll probably switch over at some point here soon because of the fact that, you know, we didn't bring in as much as I needed for the day. So, but anyway, it's a nice thing to have. It's a nice backup source of power to have. And then, like I said, as you expand it, let's say you have like a family room and you got yourself a good amount of batteries and you got a good amount of solar and you have that family room wired up where it's completely off grid and you spend a majority of your time there, you're going to be amazed at how much money you're going to save by not having to, you know, run their, you know, electric all the time. You're going to be able to be as independent as you possibly can be. And that's a really nice thing. And as you expand, you can continue to expand. You know what I mean? It's like, people will say to me, well, what can you run, you know, with your solar system? Well, I run 2 refrigerators all the time. I have the refrigerator in the camper, which is a regular full-size refrigerator. And then we have the refrigerator over here that we run all the time as well. So, and that, like, you know, as far as anything that we wanted to do, we've expanded obviously our solar system this year. We can now, I ran last year, I think it was last year I did the experiment. Might have been the year before. But anyway, we had done I think it was, we had 1,500 watts. I did the experiment with the air conditioner, and the air conditioner actually worked. We could actually use an air conditioner with just 1,500 watts at that point. So that was nice, okay? So like this year, with the expansion of the solar system again, we're going to be up to 4,000 watts. We're actually going to be at 4,020 watts of solar once we get everything set up. And, you know, it's a snowball thing. It's like, if you are okay with working at it and building it up, that's the way to do it, okay? I mean, if you want to go with a combination of both, absolutely go with a combination of both. Whatever works for you, that's the beauty of it. Learning your system, learning how to do it, it's really not that hard. It really isn't. As far as wiring it up, it's really not that hard. You just follow the schematic. Whatever they say to do, that's how you do it. And it's just, I got to tell you guys, it is so nice that every month I don't have to worry about a gas and electric bill. I don't have to worry about, like I said, that water bill, because we, you know, have our own well as well. Every 3 months. Those are really nice things to have. I don't have to worry about, oh my God, am I going to have enough money to pay the gas and electric bill this month, you know? I don't have to worry about that being shut off, you know, because it's ours. And that is an awesome, awesome feeling. And as we continue to expand the system, it's just going to get better and better. And, you know, I'm not sure exactly what I'll end up going up to, maybe about 6,000 watts, I think, max. I don't think I'll need more than that, you know. But again, it's just a matter of you work at something and then you get there. But you have to be willing to work at it. You can't have it instantaneous. If you try to do it instantaneous, you're going to put yourself in a good hole debt-wise. And, you know, I didn't want to do that. So, you know, we've done it as we can. We've expanded as we can. And we'll continue to do that. But it's a nice thing to have that backup. So that's why I would say to people, you should, you know, desire to be off-grid as much as you possibly can be. Because we're going to have power outages. It happens all the time, okay? All the time. So, and even if you're in an apartment, you can kind of do it on a small scale, you know? I mean, you really can. Even if it's just you know, to have some backup lights, or you know, a backup, just a plug that you can, you know, put on like a little fake wall, and have that, so that if there's a power outage, you take your solar panels and put them on your balcony, and get as much sun as you can, and you can charge up your electronics. I mean, stuff like that, or just run some lights at night off of those batteries. I mean, you really don't have to have like the big batteries that I have. I have the Trojan L16Es. You can go with the T105 Trojan T105 batteries, or you could go with a Marine Deep Cycle battery. You know, those will work as well. They're gonna, you know, have that power in there, and then it's there for when you need it. So it's like I said, it's a nice thing to have, and realistically anybody can do it. Even if you wanted to do it on a small scale, you don't have to have a great big huge inverter. You don't have to have, you know, the top of the line everything. Okay, it really comes down to want and need, and it's like as you expand, you're gonna want better equipment. You're gonna want more efficient equipment that's going to give you, you know, more power, pure sine wave, all those type of things. Okay, it's a really nice thing to have, to be honest with you, and that's why I would suggest to anybody that wants to do it, to definitely do it, and that's why, you know, I mean, and it's independence. That's the biggest thing, guys, more than anything else. It's independence and freedom. You are not their slave anymore. Because, you know, we're a slave to power. We like our power. That's the way Americans are. I mean, and even, I mean, you know, the folks that watch in Canada, and even the folks that watch in Great Britain, we like to have our power. And across the world, too. Everybody likes to have power. But, you know, we're spoiled. We really, truly are. So, to be able to have that independence so that the gas and electric company don't own you, that's a nice feeling. So, that's what it's all about, realistically. So, anyway, that's what I want to talk about in today's video. I definitely want to get your feedback on this video. I want to hear what your thoughts are, what you guys think. You know, even on a small scale, is it obtainable for you? Can you do it? You know what I mean? And should you do it? And my suggestion is, yeah, you should. You really should. And it's well worth it. It really, truly is. So anyway, on that note, I'm going to jump off of here and get this video uploaded for you guys today. And I hope everybody's doing well. I hope your week is going good. Remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. And remember STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever your goals are, whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. And the only one that's going to stop you from getting there is yourself. Nobody else can stop you. And that's the beauty of it, you know. I love having conversations with people, and then they give me every excuse of why they can't do something. And I say, the only one that's going to stop you from getting there is yourself. We all put our own limitations on ourselves, so don't put those limitations on yourself. Achieve what you want to achieve, okay? I will talk to you all tomorrow. Have a great day. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now. Right, Maxie? He's a good boy.